Hello, my fellows. I hope all is well with everyone. And I was just passing by to say hi, and I'm also going through the updates that is from the blog. As we all know, that much has been outlined in the education blog, testimonies, and so many other things. And I would also love to thank everyone who is currently in this live stream. And thanks to those also who are on the top chat. Hi, Joanne. Good to see you. Currently, the time it's 12:31 or 31 past 12. That is day, okay, daytime. I know in other lands they are beginning to prepare themselves for work, school, and other things. So we differ in times. But over and above, thanks to the NA admin for updating us in everything and all other stuff that are happening around. We saw the merchants locations, also merchant programs. Bangladesh is doing well. Nigeria is also doing well. Other countries, they are also promising. But of course, what is currently happening, it is not just happening because of a miracle. No, it is happening because it has already started somewhere. We're talking about the billion coin and its mission and the system that should be followed in order for one to understand exactly what is the billion coin and what is to be done and what is the approach to all communities around the globe. Though somewhere some tend to diversify the whole mission, and at the end of the day, of course, it will everything will go astray or everything will fall away, you know. So merchants, what are merchants exactly? Before the civilization, most communities around the globe, they were in a bartering system. You know, we used to barter. If my family or my granddad, they used to plow mealies, or our neighbors used to grow chickens in their farms and etc. We will exchange. We will exchange a certain portion of mealies, and they will also exchange equivalent of chickens to us. So that was bartering system. And life wasn't as difficult as today, because today we talk about technology, and it's everything is technology. Labs, technology, food. Wow. So things have changed, but it's up to an individual on how one should live, or what are the choices in order to move away from what is happening currently, because it creates a lot of damage, and in our minds or brains, it becomes a disease. But we can actually get rid of that and start changing the mindset. Okay, so merchants also originate from that bartering system. and everyone it's an entrepreneur, according to my understanding, because even if one did not obtain an achievement from a varsity level or formal school or technical, but during that time of bartering, you could barter with your neighbor. So if you understand that one, it's a basic, then merchants originates from there. So, well, what the admin of TBC has presented is to show us on how can we make use of what we have already, especially those fellows we started with in 2016 from other lands as well. We can make a difference. Like now, it is happening. Some they've listed in the merchant location. We have seen that. I've also listed, and of course, thanks to all those who have followed up and forwarded their request. I followed up, and yes, I got quite a number of clients, especially on the architectural design part, interior design, and the landscape and garden design part. I'm still looking forward to add more products and other things that I do. It will also depend. 50 to 60% TBC, 40 to 50 that will be in a currency. A currency could be Bitcoin, fiat currency, or any other cryptocurrencies available. I'm there to exchange on a 50%, but the market it's still approaching. What I got more, it was the more on the architectural plans and the other two fields that I've explained: interior design and landscape designs. Okay, thanks again to the arrangement of admin about that. So we've seen in Kempton Park, there are other fellows who are selling products, okay? Hair products, toiletries, groceries, and if you go to that mall, you will notice that things are also happening. So they are also on the merchant location. You can browse them. That is in South Africa, but of course in Nigeria, there are plenty now. In the Philippines, there are plenty. Papua New Guinea is also coming, you know. So this is how I understand our way of exploring these markets, and also what is to become a merchant and what can be done, you know, things like that. Yeah, it's really engaging, and things are happening. We are actually getting more busier than before. Well, there will be some questions from some of the fellows from different communities that, like the calls that we are getting daily, that yeah, we have joined 2016, some 2017, 2018. Our wallets are fed, but we don't know what to do. Yes, of course, they don't know what to do because they didn't follow the guide from the admin. Whatever we say, whatever we do, we have a protocol as leaders, and we can't just do things out of our own thinking. We need to inquire first, and when we inquire, sometimes the admin will actually refer us to the block as well as leaders, just to revise certain things, you know. And when we go to the communities, we must give what the admin has advised, not what we think is right, because TBC is not for me or you fellows or admin, but it's for who? All of us, especially those who are engaged and those who are focused that from here where we are, at the moment, what is the future? After the admin has actually outlined that look, 2, 3, 4 years from now, we are expecting this. And in order for us to reach there, this is what we should do. So I, for one, I'm not going to work against that, but I will forever follow the guide from the very same admin of TBC, not TBC2. I'm talking about the original TBC. Okay, so I've explained the TBC part, then the merchants part. That location is still open. Anyone who wants to trade will go there, because it's not all about inviting or bringing in communities. Then here the Kringles, yeah, this is what they're gonna wear in gold, and that's it. No. Everyone must get to work, because there was never a lazy millionaire, billionaire, or trillionaire, etc., quadrillionaire. You can name it. So you ask all the successful guys around the globe, the Buffetts, the Gates, and the likes. Life was never easy, but they had to stand up and do something. So my advice to everyone is to stand up and do something, especially the over 3.3 million members in TBC. You better stand up and start getting cash flow coaching, not cash or not TBC cashing out, cash flow coaching. So this is the way it is. We cannot change that, because the creator of the Billion Coin, before it was launched, he knew something and he still knows something. So I cannot go beyond that, but I'll follow his guide, because every day we are learning things, and the system, it's still here. It's over 3 years now. Tell me about other systems that came and promised our global communities heaven and earth. Where are they today? Wow, you can't even point where they are. Okay, right. Now, community, I've already explained about the community, the over 3.3 million community, what should be done. If we divert from what is happening, or from the latest guide from the admin, I'm sorry, it's going to be tough, believe you me. This is another year, this is 2019. You have to make a difference. Okay, you can see what's happening on Facebook private groups and other social medias. I've just posted something on Facebook today from Ghana. There was an interview in one of the radio stations about Bitcoin, also the TBC. I don't know, many of you have noticed that, but you go to Facebook, TBC Merchant SA, TBC multinet.com. You'll see that also on my private Facebook. Okay, right. Just okay, I'll summarize that one. Let me get into this one. So from here, where to? That's another question. From here, where to? If someone can answer that, I'll really appreciate. There's a top chat there. But anyway, we do these live streams to educate one another, to share, many things. Of course, some of the answers we can answer, but some will refer someone to education. Okay, yeah. So it is also about a networking, building these relationships, because no one will fall into anything or anyone when it comes to making business. We differ from different lands, but the code is one, and the mission is one, and the system that we should follow is one. Okay. Last part one. When you go to the blog, there is a latest article. I think before the very last one. Okay. It was explaining about You know, there are members within this community who are in a position to invite up to 1,000 members per month, or even over that. Okay, some less than 1,000. Now, admin, as soon as you are in that position, meaning those 1,000 prospectors or over 1,000 paid their subscription, you see, before the purchase of 40 gram or whatever, say $100 purchase. Admin will consider 30% of the admin fees collected from 1,000. Then the admin will work on the 30% of that, meaning it will be directed back to you in Bitcoins as a bonus. Let's be clear with that. But if one introduces, say, 900 prospectors, 900 is less than 1,000, right? Or 999. You are still short of one. Admin won't consider that. But as soon as you plug in one to make 1,000, then of course you'll be entitled for that bonus of 30% back into your Bitcoin wallet as a bonus. See, so go through. It's a very short article, very interesting too. So admin was clarifying after someone has introduced quite a number of prospectors and started claiming something, and of course maybe claiming without an understanding of what is this machine all about, you know. Lastly, I hear our views are slightly different within this community. We differ a lot, but at the same time, it was this community, this community has awakened many people around the globe. What is going on? What is the secret agendas of the elites and the likes? If you go and listen again to what I've posted on Facebook, the guy who was presenting TBC in that radio station, when he was interviewed, you look at his expression and the way he was delivering the message, and he's very young. He was confident about what he was saying, that it is here to stay because of this and that and that. He was giving it a short, brief clarity that what is TBC all about. Okay, so really, it has developed many people. We didn't know many things. Now we understand that why today when you wake up in the morning, you are sad or angry, or you don't have food to eat. Just to add something on that, as a question, but that you can answer, right? What exactly is that the elites are doing different from us that has actually put them where they are today? That's first question. Second question, are these guys from another planet or the same planet where we are residing? And the last question, are you in a position to know what is it from the first question? And are you going to take the runner-up and tailor it into the good use? I know it's tricky. Anyway, thanks again. I will touch base with you again. I'll have the second one. It might be, let me see, after 3 or, you know, from 7 in South African time. It's a busy time. Everyone is busy. Live streaming, I will squeeze myself in because my times are still flexible. But as for now, I will be preparing for other activities. Remember that I'm still involved with the cash flow training of TBC, and also educating many things on how people can cash flow. We also have other merchants outside TBC, but some of them are members of TBC. We are exchanging, meaning exchanging their products with TBC. Some 50% cash, some 90%, 10%. There's quite a lot going on. If you go to Facebook, you will notice that. Even on YouTube, I do have quite a few videos there. You can do a replay, the things that I'm doing as well. So for everyone who was here, thanks again, my fellows, Joanne, Mary Ann. Oh, I thought there are many. They were conversing. Anyway, thanks again, guys, for being here and for sharing this information. It's very important. Yes, of course, Mary. Education is the key. Nothing without that, we are doomed. The world is so cruel. We can see what's going on now. But now the question is, are we willing to feel these pains this year? Even if we don't finish the pain, but at least let us minimize it. Joanne, thanks again. I'll be talking to you again late today, just after my cash flow trainings. And thanks again from the Republic of South Africa. I'm still Lawrence Butana Maluleke from Johannesburg, and bye.